Welcome back to this Let's Play of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Last time we cleared off the planet of Korriban, and we just got our message from Kelborn on Dxun.
I received an urgent communication for you from Kavar. Return to the camp as soon as possible and I will tell you more.
Okay, and we're gonna head back to Onderon to finish that planet off. Before we do, though, there's one conversation I didn't bother to have earlier, and I guess I'll just get it out of the way. It's not really all that important, but if you talk to Disciple...
Yes? Is something wrong?
You can ask what he's doing and he'll teach you how to meditate.
At times, I meditate. Simply close my eyes and listen. It is quite calming. I try to treasure these moments before the next crisis begins. Of course, it would be my pleasure. I try to treasure the...
Alright, and it just gives you plus 10 maximum force points. Real important. It also adds a conversation option where he will essentially allow you to do that during combat. Well, not during combat, but between combats and regain your force points more quickly. But honestly, this character is not a real big force point spammer, so I don't care. And even if you did, Disciple's not that great a character anyways, because Mira does everything he does better. So, I'm gonna head back to Dxun and go directly to the camp. Probably worth noting that this is pretty much going to be the end of the free roam portion of the game, so if there's anything you wanted to go back and buy or do, now's the time to do it. I think you might get one last opportunity, but I wouldn't count on it. So, I'll talk to this Mandalorian guide here, and he'll take me directly to camp.
You received my message then. A man named Kavar wanted to get a hold of you urgently. He said that the Queen had arranged safe passage to Onderon for you, but I don't know how good their offer is anymore. He wouldn't tell me anything, just that he wanted to see you. He said it was urgent, but that doesn't matter now. This morning, General Vaklu met with the Council of Lords and declared that the Queen was guilty of treason. He'll be made regent if Talia and her royal guard are defeated. The military is divided on who to support. Civil war has fallen on Isis.
Alright, well, we need to get to Kavar.
I doubt that Queen Talia and her advisor will survive until nightfall. The balance of forces seem to favor Queen Talia. The royal palace is heavily fortified and defensible, and most of the soldiers are loyal to her. But Vaklu has new allies, Sith soldiers and their masters. The war has also driven the caged beasts in the streets mad. Braylor and I both concur. She doesn't stand a chance.
You underestimate the Force, Mandalorian. I sense that we may still get to Master Kavar in time. I sense there is something stirring on the moon itself. Tell me, have your sensors picked up anything from Dxun?
Yes, we have. How? We picked up some transmissions from nearby in the jungle. We only have our shuttle sensors, so we know nothing more than that.
Those transmissions are the enemy. They are linked to the fate of Onderon. They must be stopped. Otherwise the Mandalorian is right. Master Kavar and Queen Talia won't survive this day.
Dividing our forces at a time like this is foolhardy.
And this is why a common soldier will never triumph against a Jedi. Your military tactics are nothing compared to the Force. It is essential and inevitable that we face both enemies at the same time.
Alright, so we have one group that's going to stay here on Dxun and one group that's going to the Royal Palace. I'm going to be part of the group that goes to the Royal Palace. You can use awareness to realize that that's the way it must happen.
You are correct. You must choose who will lead the expedition through the jungle to find our enemies and defeat them.
Alright, and, you know, we could send a variety of people. Well, I'll just send Mira.
I'll do it, but you're still my bounty. You won't lose me this easily.
You should send 2 others to go with the leader. Who else will accompany the expedition?
And just for variety, I'm going to send all the shooty people, so Atten.
If you say so. And who else?
And Disciple.
So be it. Now are you certain of your choices?
Mandalorian warriors will go with you to find the enemy camp. Just let me know when you want to head out. If you need supplies, talk with Kex. After you get into the jungle, you might not have another opportunity to stock up. Let me know if you want to go now.
And I guess that they forgot to include the option to say no, but we gotta go.
As you wish. Mandalore has arranged for special transportation to get to Isis.
And you deal with the Moon Party first.
Finally, we're close to our objective. I sent the rest of my men to secure the trail behind us. My troops will keep the path to the Mandalorian camp clear. Ahead lies the enemy. I can follow you a little bit further, but then I will set up command and control for my unit in the field. So, lead on.
Alright. I'm gonna, off-screen, just fix up my party a little bit. Alright. Mostly just making sure everybody's set up properly.
That's another one.
I'm also changing everybody over to Jedi support. Most of these people don't have that much in the way of powers, just buffs. So if you set them to Jedi support, hopefully they'll use things like Master Speed. It's somewhat unreliable, though. Now, with Mira in the lead here, I can just walk right through these mines.
Hold a moment. Past the mines.
Type 2 perimeter motion relay. It's a little outdated, but it'll do the job. If anything moves within 6 meters of that, then they know they've got visitors. Someone skilled with a stealth field generator can get by it, but that's about it. But if they set off any of those mines, it'll still send the signal.
So, you aren't completely ignorant in the ways of battle? Good. But all of you must pass through its perimeter, and undetected would be better.
Alright. So, there are a variety of options.
Avoid the mines. If any of the ones close to the sensor are detonated, then we shouldn't even bother.
The first option is to have everybody use stealth and just walk by. You have to control them one by one. The second option is to have somebody with stealth walk up to this thing and use repair skill on him. You need somebody who actually has stealth and repair. Mira has some repair skill, not a lot, but, you know, enough. And I'm gonna pick up all these mines off screen and be right back.
Back in a second.
Easy money. And we'll turn solo mode off and have everybody come up. If you're doing that with Atten or something, then
That's another one for me.
You have to disarm the mines as you go. This turret power generator, you could turn it off and not have to fight the turrets, but I don't know, the turrets aren't hard, so I'm not at all worried about just killing them instead of. I guess if you actually wanted to sneak by, you'd have to turn off the turrets. They're really not very perceptive about you being
Intruders,
here.
kill them!
And honestly, avoiding that sensor is really kind of pointless if you're actually going to just kill everything anyways. But.
That's another one for me. That's another one for me.
More where that came from!
It's not like any of this stuff is hard. I'll clean up everything when I'm done.
That's another one for me.
This time to even me off.
To a certain extent, I wish I had a rifle instead of blasters here, because the rifles have the longer range. Honestly, as you can see, I'm not exactly having a lot of trouble with these guys.
That's another one for me. That's another one for me.
There are some guys here who are Sith Grenadiers, and they throw, grenades. Imagine that. But they're not very dangerous. In particular, Mira has the evasion feat, which works exactly like it does in sort of standard D20 D&D. If there's a reflex save, like one you would see with a grenade, then you don't take half damage if you succeed a save, you just take nothing.
More where that came from!
So, that's why I'm sort of
More where that came from!
Yeah, there's some Dark Jedi here, and they can theoretically reflect your blaster bolts, but, well, they aren't very good at that. Mira and Disciple both have feats which give them, essentially give opponents penalties to deflecting blaster
More where
bolts.
that came from. More where that came from.
That's another one for me.
More where that came from. More where that came from. More where that came from.
That's another one for me. That's another one for me.
You have left me an opening!
That's another one for
You
me.
have left me an opening! You have left me an
More where that
opening!
came from.
And I guess I could be a little more tactical about this fight, not, you know, just charge in, but, well, I did.
You have left me an opening!
That's another one for me.
That's everybody.
You have
Not
left me
quite-
an opening!
That's another one for me.
Not exactly much resistance from these guys, though.
That's another one for me.
Almost
Time to even the odds.
You'd think these guys being Sith Lords would have, you know, a better chance of deflecting blaster bolts, but they don't. I'm gonna go back and clean everything up, but here we are at the Tomb of Freedom Nat. I'll meet you on the inside.
I had to run to catch up with you. You've made impressive progress. The Sith's camp lies in ruins. I told Kelborn of your progress. The rest of your squad is already en route to Isis. Also, Kex checked our sources for any information about this place. Kex believes that this is the Tomb of Freedom Nad. We knew it was somewhere on this moon. We had no idea how close it was to our camp. Some sort of fallen Jedi. He conquered Onderon long ago and became their king. The royal line is directly descended from him. That part of Onderon history the citizens try to leave buried and forgotten. Freedom Nad was a dark Jedi. The stories say he was far worse than Revan and Malak ever were. This place is tainted, and the Sith presence here makes the danger great.
I got a bad feeling about this place. Sith and ancient tombs are never a good combination.
I am returning outside. My attention is required to keep the path to our camp clear.
Alright. Well, here we are in the Tomb of Freedom Nat. Well, we're gonna have to wait until next episode to explore it, because we're out of time.